From the Horn Auto Center Studios, Chris Bennett's Country Climb, Star of the Week.
This week, we are so excited to have a guest from El Paso, Texas. It is Julian Kalel. Did I say it right?
Hello, everyone. Yes, sir.
Woo! Heck
perfect.
yes! We're off to a good start. Julian, before we get started to the nitty-gritty, finding about your country climb, finding out about your country climb and playing some music from you, I thought we'd get to know you with some rapid-fire questions. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
You recently graduated from high school. What's a graduation gift you really wanted but didn't get?
Oh, that's a good one. Man, there's really not much that I asked for. That's a really good question.
What was the best gift you got?
I think the best gift that I got, honestly, was from my parents. I got a brand new Martin 0018 guitar, one that I've really wanted for a long time, and I play it every single day. It's my main guy.
Heck yeah. What, you are heading to Stanford in the fall. What's your major?
Yes, sir. I'm majoring in physics and minoring in astronomy.
Holy moly. So it's not rocket science.
No, it's not rocket science. No.
It's like studying.
Not an engineer here. It's studying more the crazy phenomena in our universe, such as, like I said, black holes, or understanding theories of dark matter and dark energy, and just really deep space object and relaying data and learning more about our universe. Pretty cool stuff. I don't know if you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is, but he's one of my most favorite people. He's one of my heroes, but he is an astrophysicist. So if you're ever interested in the kind of stuff that I'm interested in, you could pull up one of his YouTube videos. He's a great guy.
Heck yeah. Next question. Would you rather headline a music festival or get a 4.0 at Stanford in astrophysics?
I would much rather headline a music festival. I think that's right there.
And
I think I got a good chance to get in there.
Sorry, say that again.
I said I got a good chance. Honestly, I don't want to sound too cocky, but because of how much I love physics and math in general, I don't think it'll be too hard for me to get up there when I go to school.
And what was your favorite class in high school?
Physics, easily.
And more pressure, a live performance or a final exam?
A live performance actually has a bit more pressure, I would say, especially if you're in front of people, obviously.
That was Rapid Fire Questions with today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Julian Kalel.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes. You're really getting good at it.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, you know what? I do a thing with one of our sponsors. It's Aliberto's Mexican food, real, fresh Mexican food. And they have me host Loteria at their, at the Mexican bingo?
Loteria, yeah, I've played before.
Yeah. So they love having me try and read the things, and they all help me with my Spanish. I started out really bad.
Well, you're doing great.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Let's find out a little bit more about this week's Country Climb Star of the Week, Julian Kalel. Give us a little background on you. When you are 18, when did you start playing music, and when did music grab you?
Absolutely. So I have been surrounded by music my whole life. I've always loved singing and performing, even since I was just a little, when I could barely talk. I started off watching all these Disney movies, learning all the songs, singing for my mom and dad. And I guess I picked up the guitar around middle school and maybe late elementary. And I kind of just kept it to myself because I was a little shy and embarrassed when it came to sharing it with people outside of my family. But I knew how much joy it brought me, especially just sitting down in my room and decompressing and playing some guitar. But it wasn't until I started really struggling with anxiety and depression, and I started using it as a coping mechanism. And, it was my lifeline. It kept me grounded. And it was not until, like I said, I was still shy, still really scared to show that passion of mine. That wasn't until I got into a really scary car accident. I totaled my car, and it was a miracle. I came out perfectly fine, and the other person that was involved, they came out perfectly fine, and it was an absolute miracle. And after that, I looked back on the crash and I was like, wow, I've gotten a second chance at living. I remember calling up my parents, and I was so scared. I was like, oh, they're going to kill me. But they were just happy that I was there, because that's how ugly the crash it was. And ever since that day, I was like, you know what, why does it matter what I fear, what people think? I should be able to just do what I love without fear. And that's ever since that day. That was in the summer of 2023. Ever since that day, I started writing music and sharing my songs on just a little Instagram page. And more, I got the attention of my classmates and thankfully the attention of people outside of El Paso. And I started being able to serve my community and other communities through my songwriting. But ever since then, yeah, it was all from a car crash, if I'm being honest.
And it's amazing you're using the music now to do good. You're a big advocate for mental health, and you've also done a lot of concerts. Is that kind of intentional with your music, or does music just help you heal and you just want to share and help others heal as well?
I honestly, my main goal when it comes to my songs is that I'm a huge mental health advocate. I know how hard it is, especially for men's mental health, because I truly think that too many young men, especially how I used to be, they suffer in complete silence. So my goal with my music, not only for myself to help me heal, but I want to build a community where like my lyrics and my stories and my vulnerability can connect with other people. And it can maybe help other people feel more seen, especially young men. So I think that once I have like that strong community, and I do have I'm very, very thankful for the little community that I've built, but I just want to keep on building and building and building it so I can break that stigma that surrounds mental health involving men, especially because I hear it all the time. I know it's part of our society of just, you got to be a man, men don't cry. You can't show this, you can't show that. My main goal is to completely eradicate that stigma. And that is my absolute dream.
People that say men don't cry have not met me, friend. I love to cry. What you're doing is amazing in the community you're building and breaking that stigma, because it is okay to feel and it is okay to ask for help.
Real men cry. Real men cry. That's all I'm going to say.
Heck yeah, I'm a real man. Woo!
Yeah, me too.
Sweet. Well, how about we play a quick little game before we get into the music? We're going to play a game called Musician Questions for a Musician. Julian Kalel, today's Country Climb Star of the Week. Who was the first concert or show you attended?
It was actually not a country star. It was Tyler, the Creator, in Arizona. Yeah, hip hop.
Heck yeah, that's where we are in Arizona. Phoenix?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was in Phoenix, yes.
All right, we're 3 hours northeast of there in a small mountain town, and it's a lot cooler. So if you could sit in on any recording session throughout history, which session would you choose?
Oh, wow. That is such a good question. I have so many favorite artists. One of my favorite artists I wish I could write music like that guy. There's a man named Gregory Alan Isakov. I don't know if you know who that is, but he is more of a folk artist. If I could just sit in for one of his recording sessions, especially for this song called Master and a Hound by Gregory Alan Isakov. One of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. His sound is just incredible to me. I would honestly pick him.
And who are your biggest, let's go your biggest musical influences and your biggest country musical inspiration?
Of course. So I take a lot of inspiration, especially when I started out. Big Zach Bryan fan. I thought his songwriting was absolutely incredible. really enjoy me some Tyler Childers, and especially Sam Barber. I don't know if you know who that is. I think he is amazing. I think he also has that rugged feel that I tried to get. My newer songs might get there, but again, I'm not trying to be anyone else, but he is a huge inspiration of mine. Yeah, I would say Zach Bryan, Sam Barber, Tyler Childers, and even some folk in there like some Gregory Anisakov. Yeah.
And last question, if you could put something wacky on your performance writer, like no green M&Ms, and it always be fulfilled, what would your wacky writer be?
Like a request for, wait, what is that again? I'm sorry.
So, like, have you ever heard, I forget what band it was, but they, on their rider, when you're performing, they're like, we want Evian water and we want M&Ms, but you have to take all the green M&Ms out of it. And really,
oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and really what they were doing is they were trying to see if the venue had an attention to detail, because they knew the importance of the detail in the music. So what would your wacky rider be, maybe?
Absolutely no chocolates with nuts in them.
Ooh.
I don't know what it is, but I cannot stand the combination of nuts and chocolate, especially peanut M&Ms. They're the bane of my existence. So I would just say, everyone stay away from that.
No Snickers, no Almond Joys for today's...
Absolutely not.
Today's Country Climb Star of the Week. That was Musician Questions for a Musician, Julian Kalel. We're going to be right back and learn about some of his music and play one of his amazing songs coming up next.
Thank you.
All right. So it is now time for us to dig deep. We're going to... You talked about kind of what you want to do with your music, your goal, and it's the song you've picked to play today is perfect for that. And so I'm excited to hear. So we'll find out a little bit about Surrender, and then we're going to play that song, and then we'll find out what's next and how we could support you.
Cool.
We are back with today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Julian Kalel. I'll get it right.
You're getting it. Yeah, you got it.
Heck yes. We found out a little bit about your influences. We found out about your origin story. Let's find out what's going on right now. You had mentioned with your music, one of your goals is to create a community and break the stigma behind and bring awareness to mental health awareness, especially for young men and men in general. And so this song that you wanted to play today is called Surrender. Tell us, how did you come up with this song? What are the origin stories of this song? And give us a little info.
Absolutely. So I am a very faith-driven person. We all have our coping mechanisms, and I feel like seeking out God is one of the safest places to be, especially if you're dealing with such awful things like anxiety and depression, how overwhelming those things can be. And so I remember one day I was really stressed out about just the spiraling thoughts in my mind about, I won't go into detail, especially about what they were, but we all go through things that feel like they're completely out of our control. And Surrender has a notion that, and this is what my dad told me when I was sitting down with him and he was talking to me. He was like, why don't you just surrender yourself to God? Why don't you just surrender all of these thoughts and worry to the fate of what he has planned for you? And I thought about that night, and I was like, that is absolutely true, because I think everything that has led me to this moment happened for a reason, like that car crash, like that the beginning of that inspiration to start writing music. And Surrender is basically, like I said, a way to tell people that it's okay to let things that are out of your control stay out of your control. There is no need to tear yourself down over them. There is no need to, lose sleep over them. All you can do is love yourself, be proud of yourself for the progress that you're making, and just remember that God has a plan for every single one of us. Oh, can't hear you.
Sorry, you are wise behind. You are wise beyond your years and such an inspiration. I'm about to turn 45, and just the wisdom that you've shared with me, it means a lot, and it's just inspirational. So thank you for sharing that. And how about we share this song now with the Q Country audience? How would you like that?
Let's do it. I'm excited.
All right, here is Surrender by Julian Kalel, today's Country Climb Star of the Week.
There's a hole in my chest. Knock me down, leave me to rest. Drown my thoughts with kerosene. Bring my fears to my sleep. I'm tired of fighting, tired of keeping up the side. Now I'm a couple ties in, memories are floating back. So I surrender. If it's war that I've waged, I'll raise a flag. My fate is in his hand. I'm tired as ever. So I'll let it go, my soul and all that's left. But I hope I've passed your test. Oh, I surrender. There were plays in my mind, disappearing, leaving all this time behind. They don't know I'm bleeding out. They'll just stand there, find a scar to laugh about. Something unclean, something lower than my words. Don't give up on me unless I do it first. Oh, I surrender. It is war that I've waged, I'll raise a flag. My fate is in his hands. I'm tired as ever. So I'll let it go, my soul and all that's left. But I hope I pass your test. And I'll be gone without a sound. My heart fails me and I'm not around. Floating on the paths I used to cross. But something stops me, guess I found the story's end. It's all clear now. The only feeling bigger than love is lost. So I surrender. If it's war that I've waged, I'll raise a flag. My fate is in his hands. I'm tired as ever. So I'll let it go, my soul and all that's left. Fire and flame, my sins confess. 'Cause I'm tired as ever. I'm tired as ever. I'm tired as ever. Oh, I surrender.
That was Surrender by Julian Kalel out of El Paso on his way to Stanford and today's Country Climb Star of the Week. You probably saw it. That brought tears to my eyes. Just a beautiful, beautiful song.
You're going to make me cry if you say stuff like that.
So what's next? You've been creating this great music. You're heading to Stanford in the fall. Can we expect more music from you? And how do we support you?
Absolutely. Music, I think, will always be a part of my life. I'm going to continue to balance that along with my academics and, my other commitments in life. I will say the songs that are coming up will follow the same sort of sentiment that I've built of just self-love or struggling with self-doubt. There's also an anti-suicide song coming out in September, which is September Suicide Awareness Month, because I do want to end on a couple notes just of how big of an issue this really is. Suicide is the leading cause of death for men between the ages of, I think it's like 14 through 24. And it's always linked to, or often linked to, untreated depression. So I just want to stress how important it is that it is not a sign of weakness to admit what you're going through and to talk to someone, and how important it is and how much strength that does show to be vulnerable in that way. But my songs that are coming up, especially, there's one that I'm very excited about. The most recent one that we're trying to get out is one I wrote called Daring to Dream. And it is essentially about me, I guess, just venting about living in a world where it is really hard to, I guess it's very discouraging if you want to pursue a dream that is as crazy as eradicating the stigma of men's mental health. That's one I'm excited for. But honestly, you can always expect music from me. I'm always working on some stuff. It'll always be a part of my life. Like I said, it is my lifeline. It's what keeps me grounded. Whenever I'm going through something, I sit down, I start writing, I start playing. So you can absolutely look out for more music, and it's coming very soon. You're muted again, man. You're good.
Can't wait to hear your new music, and your mission is amazing. If people are, experiencing mental health issues and feeling alone, what do you recommend? How can they reach out and get help?
So if you go to my website, Julian Kalel, is it Julian Kalel Music or JulianKalel.com? JulianKalel.com, you go to my website, we have plenty of resources involving seeking out help for mental health. But honestly, all I can say is just treat yourself with love, treat yourself with kindness. Don't be too hard on yourself. I want to say that I think the hardest part about dealing with something as isolating as depression and anxiety is feeling so alienated from everyone that you know and everyone that you're close to. But I want to just say, every single person in this world has a complex life just like your own. So don't ever assume that just because you're going through something, someone else won't be able to understand it, or someone else's life seems perfect. Like, everyone is going through something. I think the main thing to do is to use the resources that are available to you. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your family. These are people that love you and that are there for you. And if that's not possible, treat yourself with love. And there's also the suicide prevention hotline. If you just text 988, you can also find resources there. But all I can say is, it's everyone's first time living. So treat everyone with kindness, including yourself, and you will get there someday.
I love that message. This is Julian Kalel. He is today's Country Climb Star of the Week. Let's go ahead and show him support. Let's follow his country climb. Let's follow his journey. Follow him on all socials. Is it Julian Kalel Music, or is it Julian Kalel on your socials?
So on Spotify, Apple Music, all of my streaming services, you can find me under Julian Kalel. If not, you can follow me on Instagram under Julian Kalel Music, Julian Kalel Music. And there you go. That's what I got.
That's awesome. We will also be sharing this interview on our Facebook Live and sharing his social media handles there as well, so you could follow him and support him and listen to his music. He's got more, and he's got more on the way. Julian, yes, it's been an honor talking to you. Thank you for sharing your music with the world, and good luck in Stanford, and good luck in your future.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me on here. Thank you so much.
Chris Bennett's Country Climb, Star of the Week.
We got another special edition of Boo or Cool this week with our best friend Dave Ramsey here in Show Low. Dave, my birthday bash is right around the corner. People can get their tickets at chrisbennettcomedy.com with national headliner Ryan Niemiller from America's Got Talent Season 14 Top 3 finalists. I thought we would do some more Boo or Cool birthday edition. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, what about wearing a crown all day because it's my day?
No way. way, boo.
Totally boo. Surprise parties after the age of 40.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, you got to make sure that no one has like a heart problem or anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Birthday piñatas for grown-ups.
Depends on what you're whacking at. Now, if you had a bunch of candy and a blow-up doll, that'd be cool.
Okay. How about waxing your back for a beach birthday party?
Waxing it for what?
Like just waxing your back so you could like go to maybe a pool party for your birthday or the beach and you don't have hair on your back.
Totally boo. Who's got hair on their back unless you're corporal cleaner?
Yeah, well, how do you know? You might have hair on your back. You can't see your back.
If you look at them two-way mirror in front, mirror in back, you can see all around.
And last one, birthday shots before 11 a.m.
Cool.
I think that's totally boo. That's too early, Dave. You got to wait till at least 2 o'clock. That was Boo or Cool Birthday Edition with Dave Ramsey. We love you, best friend. Have a great day.
I love you too. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
It is now time for Are You Smarter Than a Redneck? And we are doing country music song trivia. Today, Paul, they are not multiple choice. If you know the answer, say your name. That's your buzzer. Are you ready?
Yeah, you better know your country, son.
All right. Which country queen penned the timeless ballad I Will Always Love You? God, Paul.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton, you got it. That's right. She had 2 number ones with that song. Once with herself and then with Whitney Houston. All right, next question. Which country legend set the stage on fire with Ring of Fire? Ignite. Paul.
The Man in Black, Johnny Cash.
That's right. Okay. One more and you win. Which country icon delivered the soulful album Country Music in 2010, serving up pure Americana vibes? I'm going to say Chris. Alan Jackson? Nope. He's got braids. That's your hint.
Got braids.
Yep.
Braids. Okay.
What's your guess?
Yeah, well, I was going to say Willie Nelson when you said, once braids hit me.
Yeah, there you go. Man, 2 days in a row, you are smarter than a very handsome radio DJ. Congratulations, Paul. Have a great weekend.
Hey, you too, buddy. Y'all have a great one. Be safe.
You too. Bye.